G'day guys, my name's Miles.
And my name is Fez.
And this is The Commodity, and today we're reacting to 50 more differences between America and
50.
Australia. I was going to say 50 more things for some reason.
Words.
So this is the same YouTuber that we reacted to a few days ago, and we really enjoyed him. Now, the person that requested this video requested the other video that we did in the same request, so we figured we'd go ahead and do it. His name,
but the thing is, he's just another dumbass.
His name is Another Dumbass, and we can always make more room for another dumbass
Because you got two right here, your spot's right here.
Yeah. So keep commenting, keep suggesting. It would look bad if we kept doing his videos only. So throw some other videos like this guy's in our Discord, because we truly appreciate it. But I like this guy's personality.
100%.
I mean, and he's from Texas, which
we found
learned.
out.
Yeah.
We were talking trash.
Well, not
trash, but we were giving him West Coast vibes and all this kind of stuff.
He gives West Coast vibes.
He does.
But to be fair, I mean, I've been told I give West Coast vibes.
I've been told I give godly vibes.
I've been told you've been bitch vibes. So yeah, thank you for the suggestion. Keep them coming. Guys, suggest videos like this in our Discord. The link is in the description down below. Before we hop into this video, if you would go ahead and give us a thumbs up, it truly helps us out in getting these videos out to more people. Also, if you would go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, that way you guys can stay informed on our future videos. And if you'd like to help support the channel even more and get an exclusive YouTube short shout out, click the join button down below.
We don't plug this very much, but down below is our merch line. So if you want some merch,
Yes.
I want your money. So
We never
buy
plug that,
something.
actually.
Is that a good way to plug it? That we want their money?
Just buy some. We've only sold 2 things in a year. In a year.
Like seriously. And we got so excited when and it was like a year later.
Right. When we were allowed to start posting merch. We've only sold 2 things in a year, and it was to the same person. And they bought a mug and a hat, maybe, or a mug and a mug and a keypad, mouse pad, with our logo on it. This is one of the shirts, and it's different now.
Yeah, this was garbage.
Yeah, I made this too low, but I've
small.
made it higher and bigger. So that's fixed, and I'm gonna throw some new designs out probably in the next couple of days. Tomorrow is Sunday for me. We recorded this earlier than what it's going to come out to, so I'm going to sit down for a few hours and come up with some new designs, and hopefully.
So we're not live right now?
We're not live right now. We're
this was
live
done
in
before
5.
You're watching it.
Yes.
Did you realize what that sounds like? Oh really? You're telling me this was in the past?
So with that being said, there's going to be some new designs and things like that, so if you guys want to go check that out, down below the video there is some merch advertisement. So let's hop in and check this out.
For sure.
Oh.
What was that? Not even the drop of your e-cig.
That was on purpose.
Oh.
What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 50 more differences between America and Australia. So after I was in Australia for 100 days, I did a video titled 100 Differences Between America and Australia, and you guys absolutely loved it. It has been my most viewed and liked video on this channel. And now that I've been here for almost a year, I've seen a lot more of Australia and come across some more differences. If this video gets 1,000 likes in the first week of me posting it, I will make a follow-up video with 25 more differences between America and Australia.
How long ago did he
so if you'd like
upload
to
it?
see that, please make sure and give this video a
This video was uploaded in 2020.
Give him a like.
It's too late.
I don't care.
big old like. So the first difference between America and Australia is peanut butter and jelly sandwiches aren't really a thing over here. My whole life I always thought peanut butter and jelly sandwiches were kind of a pretty like universal,
everywhere.
It's like the stereotypical like school kid lunch in America, but it turns out that's actually like
It's
a really
so
American
good.
dish.
You're
Here
missing
they
out
don't-
We've
big
got these
time.
Smucker's Uncrustables.
Oh,
They're pre-made and frozen,
and delicious.
but you just pop them in the refrigerator overnight or let them thaw out on your counter, and not even completely thaw. You can keep them a little frozen. Have you ever done that?
I don't do Uncrustables because I respect my PB&J.
Oh, I love the crust, and I love a traditional
No,
PB&J.
I don't necessarily like the crust. It's just You got to have high quality peanut butter and have high quality
but their
jam or jelly.
Their jelly is so
or preservatives, whichever you decide on.
Don't even have jelly, they have jam, which really is the same thing as jelly, but it's just a little bit more like thicker, a little bit more chunky.
With that being said, I don't eat them.
The type of jelly used for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches is usually grape jelly. That's like the most popular one for sure. And for some reason here in Australia, they literally have every single type of jam you could possibly imagine besides grape jam. I can't find grape jam anywhere. But plum jam has been the most similar jam to grape.
So just a heads up, I've watched videos where they're like, what is jelly? They don't have jam. We do have jam. We have jelly, jam, and preservatives.
Mm-hmm.
So we have them all. It just depends on what kind of consistency you're looking for.
Right.
But yes, grape jelly is hands down one of the best jellies you can buy.
Most popular.
Grape jelly, I'd say, in the States.
But like
the
the Smuckers?
Is the emergency number in America is 911, where here in Australia it is 000. Pretty important to know when you come over here. And then the third difference is that they have a lot of like half police officers over here. I'm sure they have a more official name, but I just call them half police officers. I would describe these people as like parking police officers in the States. You know how we have police officers that give parking tickets, but they're not like real police? Well,
they are real police. Like, they can arrest you.
Some always kind of like walking the streets around the city that just, kind of keep order, but they're not full-on police officers. Next up is dogs are actually prohibited here in a lot of places in Australia. You can't bring them to a lot of beaches and most parks. And
it's funny that he says that. He said you can bring them to a lot of beaches and most parks.
No, just now he said you cannot.
Prohibited here in a lot of places in Australia. You can't bring them to a lot of beaches and...
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the park that he was at in the last video we saw had a poop bag.
Yeah, somebody commented that in the back.
And they said that's very common.
Yeah.
So okay.
Because that's like everywhere here. If you go, I mean, number one, most people do carry the little poop bags like on a leash or
respectful people, yes.
Yeah, but most places that have dog parks or any regular park, I don't know anywhere that's like anti-dog, but they always have like areas for the poop bags, and they usually have bags there too, just in case you don't have them, because they really don't want dog shit everywhere.
Right.
Parks. And number 5 is it is illegal not to vote. You will get fined if you don't vote in elections here. And speaking of voting in politics, liberals here are not considered the same thing that liberals are in the States. In the States, liberals are like the opposite of conservatives. So like conservatives are more like right-winged, liberals are left-winged. Well, here in Australia, liberal refers to the Liberal Party, which is a more right-winged party here in Australia. Next up is Australia is far less religious. It is, I'd say, like the norm thing in Australia is probably to be not religious, or at least you're not really judged for saying you're atheist or something like that. Well, in the States, whether you're actually Christian or not, like everyone just kind of says like, oh yeah, I'm Christian, because it's like it's the norm to be Christian. Next one's a little funny.
I am Christian, but I don't go around
in America is called Lynx here in Australia. And what I find a little comical about it is it has the exact same stereotype of being like, every 12-year-old's first deodorant, put way too much on it. Exact same stereotype here, just a different name. Next up is pineapples here often don't have the spikes on them when they're selling them at grocery stores, which is honestly kind of smart. It saves room when like shipping and storing them in the store and whatnot. You just whack off the top.
But a good way to tell if it's
top. He just said whack off the top.
But it's a good way to tell if it's a good pineapple by plucking. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. The way it feels when you pluck it out. I'm serious. You're looking at me like you want to smile.
No, I'm dead serious. Like, this sounds interesting. I'm interested.
At least this is what I was taught. And it could be completely stupid and wrong. But, like, you want to have a little bit of give while you're plucking out one of the
little spiny
things. But you don't want it to just pull out, like, no tension. And you don't want it to be too hard to pull out.
Right, I get what you're saying.
You want it to have a little. You want it to have a little snap to it, and so that's how you know if it's a good pineapple. But if you guys have quality grocery stores, which we don't, I mean,
but I don't care. I don't care. Like over some of our grocery stores are amazing. Everything looks beautiful and ripe and everything. But then you buy it and it's definitely not ripe and
exactly.
So there's no way of knowing that all those
unless
somebody's sitting there chopping it off. They're not like, oh, this one's good. Chop it.
Right.
So you're going to get some less quality produce
every now and then.
Every now and again.
Number 10 is the Wi-Fi here is not the greatest to say the least. It is
I've heard.
The average internet speed is behind, or sorry, average Wi-Fi speed is behind countries such as India, Kazakhstan, Thailand.
Wow.
So for such a developed country, the Wi-Fi just, I don't know, isn't quite up to speed. Number 11,
Laser
there are
beam
a lot of dead
fight
animals
gets
on the
angry
roads
over
here
that.
whenever you get outside of the cities. There are lots of reasons for this, but the animals here just kind of like the warmth of the road,
I've
the light
seen
of the
that
cars,
video.
and the
Oh,
water
there's
that
a video
sometimes
like
forms
that.
on the side of the roads is what I've heard.
I'm so
And
sorry,
that's why they
guys.
all
I'm
kind
gonna
of
pause this real quick. You know, there was
Again?
so we watched a video and they were talking about how people think that kangaroos are everywhere.
Yes.
It's because of fucking pictures like that. Of course we think they're everywhere because you post pictures.
That's what we see.
Yeah, that's like all the crap we see. So yeah, I think there's wallabies probably in your bed next to you. So watch out. They might kick or punch. Kick.
Congregate there and oftentimes get killed. And that brings me to number 12, which is you can't or shouldn't drive at night in a lot of places in Australia, like Western Australia, Northern Territory. And that's just because there are so many animals, you have such a high likelihood to hit them that they don't want you to
my
drive.
goodness.
It's
You
not
shouldn't have
smart. To give you an
posted
idea
that.
of how like common it is to hit an animal here,
was
whenever
a
you're
little
renting
wimpy.
a camper van, or at least when I was renting a camper van here, I like bought all the insurance and all that stuff. I was covered for, you know, pretty much everything, but the one thing that they would not insure you for is if you hit an animal. Next up, we got $1
Wow.
frozen Cokes at McDonald's. They're kind of just like 7-Elevens, like Coke flavored Slurpees. 14 is they don't have the little lever on gas pumps to pump your gas automatically. 15 is chicken wings are usually connected like this, not like this, and they are oftentimes not breaded, or I don't know if I've ever seen them breaded.
What does make it do this? Wait, no, this is just separated.
Right.
And these are like buffalo wings.
That's the wing. That's the drum.
But this looks more like a buffalo wing. This is definitely a buffalo
They're
wing.
chicken wings.
But that's a
It
buffalo
doesn't
wing.
matter if it
No,
buffalo
buffalo
wing
wings
is
are the
this-
tiny ones.
No, this right here is this,
I understand that, but
and this right here is this.
I fully understand that. But what I'm saying is, off of this picture, it looks like that is a wingette that's like this big, whereas the top one looks. I'm getting too in depth.
Yeah, you are.
My bad.
In Australia, 17 is points on your license. So if you get enough points on your license from tickets here in Australia, then you get your license taken away. And we don't really have that whole point system in America. Also, for the
They
first couple
do,
years
just
where you're,
different
like, learning to
states.
drive,
California
and once you
has
get your license, you're gonna have L plates and P plates, red and green P plates. Those are like secondary license plates. It's just kind of saying that you're like a new driver. And yeah,
So
we don't
P
have those
plates.
in America. 18 is kind of an awesome thing about Australia, and that is there are
It said
way more
PP.
public toilets here. Like there are so many public toilets, and they're so much nicer than they are in America. If you're in a public toilet
That's
in America, like you
not
do not
saying
want to touch
much.
anything. Like they are nasty
Yeah.
shitholes, like literally. In Australia, they're clean, they're nice, they're fancy. Like when I was in Cairns, all the public toilets there, they had automatic doors. You just go up and like hit a button and like the door opened automatically.
Wow.
So much nicer than they are in the States. Next up, number 19, and that is that the sun is way stronger here in Australia than it is in America. I said this a little bit wrong in one of my past videos. It's not because there's a hole in the ozone layer, it's because the axis of the Earth's orbit around the sun makes it a little bit
That
closer
was the guy that
to
said that. Because he had said that there was a hole.
What's his name? He's the one that made the video.
Yeah.
That Fudge. What's his name? The comedian.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name though. With a beard.
Yeah.
the sun during their summer here. And if you still don't believe the sun is stronger here, well, Australia is #1 for highest rates of skin cancer per capita. On top of that, at a lot of schools here, they have a no hat, no play policy. So they do have uniforms here, as I mentioned in my last video. Well, you have to wear a hat as part of that uniform.
Oh, that's so
whenever you're
cute.
outside at, you know, during like the summer months
'Cause they're like
of the year. Number 21 is something I really
weird
like here. It really
hats. They're
shows
not like
the
baseball caps.
casualness of Australia, and that is you don't need a shirt or shoes to go shopping in a lot of places. Actually, like almost everywhere. I even have been in just my swimsuit before. Number 22 is they have takeaway sushi in a lot of places here, so you can just kind of go grab
so
it and like
cool.
eat it to
So
go. They don't
jealous.
cut the sushi, so you can like eat it as you go. And I don't know, I've never really seen that in the States. If it is
No.
there, it's definitely not common. 23, and I can't believe I didn't mention this in my last video, but that is the drinking age here is 18 and not 21. You also cannot advertise alcohol here in Australia. Number 25 is, oh my god.
How can you not advertise alcohol, but you guys have like the VB commercials and things like that?
Yeah. Oh, because they told us, because we had seen that in a different video before, that they don't advertise alcohol. And then they said that it's for like YouTube videos and stuff like that. But that's still advertising. Like, what's that loophole?
They were older videos though.
Yeah, they were.
Maybe-
so maybe it's older.
maybe it's a new
predates
law.
the law.
God, this one gets me, guys. That is Sour Patches here are not the same as they are in America. Sour Patches are like one of my favorite candies. I love them so much.
They are pretty
And here
good.
in Australia, like
I'm not
the
a
flavoring
candy
for all of them
person.
is just completely different. They don't taste the same at all. They don't taste. I don't even like them here, and they don't have the blue ones. And it's just it's devastating. Australians,
that's
if you ever go
disappointing.
to America, you have to try the Sour Patches. I'm telling
love
you, that is
Sour
like one of the
Patch.
candies that is so much better in the States. They ruined them here. It makes me so sad. Number 26 is it is more common to live with your parents longer here in Australia than in the States. In the States, you're kind of like expected to move out when you're 18. Some people do stay. It's not like uncommon to stay at your house, but it's definitely kind of expected that you leave. Here in Australia, it is
If I
way
could
more
go
common.
back, I would have stayed.
I would have stayed too, but the thing is, so here women have this idea, and I'm not blanketing statementing that.
Well, men have that same idea.
Yeah, like I don't want to go over to a girl's place and be like, "Yeah, is that your mom? Very nice to meet your mom," and then let's go up and shag, to say it mildly, or like you can't. You know, it's like you're in high school all over again.
Yeah, it's
I moved out when I was 18.
it's looked
technically
at
17.
It's looked at differently here in that aspect. Like, just the way I have been raised, like the way I look at it now is if I meet someone my age and they still live with their parents, I think that there's an issue. But if I could go back.
Well, if I see somebody my age and I see them living with their parents, I think
There is an issue.
38 years
If
old.
I could go back, though, I would still be living at home with my parents.
Oh, 100%. Me too. I would have stayed in.
I would have stacked my money.
Oh, bruh.
I'm an idiot for moving out.
Like, if I could, honestly, I love my parents. We would never be able to live together. But if we could have that kind of connection, they would never charge me rent.
Right.
So I would be able to, oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
I would,
money.
Yeah, I would be
And
driving
socially
my
acceptable
turbo
to stay with your
Porsche.
parents for longer. Number 27 is there are no garbage disposals in the sinks here, and 28 is the distance between cities in Australia is so much bigger than it is in America.
Yeah.
Like all my European friends think America is spread out. Like they think driving 3 hours to the next city is crazy. Like 3 hours is like should be like to a new country. I'm in Brisbane right now. The next city is like 1 million people in it is Sydney, which is like 10 hours away. I live in Austin in Texas, and I can get to 5 cities with or maybe four cities with over 1 million people in them, all within a 3-hour drive of my house. Next difference here is they do not have Cheetos here, but they do have Cheeto Puffs. They usually don't bring the check to your table at a restaurant, but a lot of people like this because something that people, like foreigners, often don't like about America is the fact that they feel rushed when they're at a restaurant, and so this definitely slows that the whole like process down, and you just pay the check, you leave whenever you're feeling it. Number 31 is most watermelon here is sold pre-cut, which is honestly pretty nice because you don't waste as much of it. The Australian DMV, like the place you go to get like your car like registered, to get it, I don't know, to get your driver's license, that type of stuff. They call it a different name in every state, but it is so much nicer here. It's a pleasant experience. It's quick. It's clean. It's just, oh my god, it's so great because
in his last video, somebody commented because he said something about being there for only an hour or only 45 minutes or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
Somebody commented and was like, "You were there that long?
Yeah.
Wow, where did you go?"
Like, shut up. We hate you already.
Who's been to America, to the DMV in America, knows it is hell going to the DMV.
Yes.
33 is something really cool, and I think we should implement this in the States, and that is they have multiple minimum wages. So when you're younger, you have like a lower minimum wage, and then as you get older, the minimum wage goes up, and I think it stops whenever you're around like 2021 here in Australia. That's like the highest minimum wage that you can get. Number 34 is kind of a scam they have here in grocery stores. It's not really a scam, but they have like these sales on items in grocery stores that aren't really sales. They'll put these stickers on it that make it look like it's a sale, but all it means is it's like the price right now is cheaper than it was 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. Just if it doesn't have that sticker on it, it pretty much means that is the most expensive that product has ever been. But you see these stickers and you're like, sale, but no, it's not a sale at all. It's just the regular price. 35 is quite general, but I had to throw it in there because I really like this, and that is the style fashion here in Australia. I just like the way people typically dress here in Australia more than I like how they dress in the States. Speaking of style, we got number 36.
I feel like that one I gotta give you, because we have no idea what the comparison is.
Well, and I would feel like people in Austin dress pretty laid back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Austin is a weird city.
It's the most liberal city. It's very, and they're very known for, I mean, really his style is very Austin.
Yeah. And I feel like Australia would be his style.
Yeah.
So that's different.
But
you don't need someone to like unlock your dressing room whenever you're trying on clothes while like shopping here. Usually all the dressing rooms are just open. You can go in there and try on your clothes, which is really nice because in America you have to like go flag down an employee. They oftentimes like give you a number like how many clothes you go in there with and then how many clothes you leave with, so you don't steal anything. 37 is beetroot on burger, so it is really common here in Australia whenever you get a burger for it to come with beetroot.
I've never had beef.
Is something that really surprised me. I found it super interesting, and that is turkey. Like, isn't really a meat option here that they have much. Like, I would argue in America, probably the #1 most common meat to have on a sandwich is turkey. If not #1, like it's right up there. Where here in Australia, you go to the grocery store and like you can't even find turkey. I mean, maybe you can, but it's like one little thing. I don't know. Yeah, it's really uncommon. We also obviously have turkey on Thanksgiving, but despite that, I've never seen a turkey, not one time, not a live turkey once in America. Here in Australia, especially in Queensland, you see wild turkeys like pretty regularly. Like you go to a park, there's a good chance there's going to be a wild turkey there. I just kind of find it funny that like they clearly have tons of turkeys here in Australia, but they don't really eat them. Where in America, I don't know if we have any wild turkeys. I mean, I'm sure we have to.
We do.
But
I used to see quite a few in Mississippi.
Yeah, you see them in the country
here in Australia, opposed to paying in months. This applies to things like rent, gym memberships, and even kind of like cell phone bills. Like I pay every 28 days, not every 4 weeks, not every month. 41 is the toilet flushing technology here. An Australian was actually just telling me about this like a couple days ago. They were saying that pretty much like they're like, have you ever seen a toilet clog here? And I was like, honestly, no, I've never seen a toilet clog. And they're like, yeah, that's because the flushing technology is much better. The pipe is like twice as thick as it is in America. It can fit a baseball through it. And then also like the way it bends and sucks the water down in the toilet is different. So I don't know, it's more efficient, I guess. 42 is really neat, and that is that every single bill here is a different size. So if you're blind, you can pay like at a shop or whatever by just feeling the size of each bill. 43 is they don't have ice machines in hotels here. So it is just like stock standard in America. Every single hotel, every floor has its own ice machine that you can get and bring the ice into your room for like drinks. Number 45 I actually got.
Stop it. So do you guys? Okay, so you don't have an ice maker at the hotel. Can you get ice?
Dude, that's.
Or would you have to go like to the petrol station next door?
Petrol station.
That's what they have.
The servo.
Would you have to go to the servo next door and get a bag of ice?
I got you.
And take it.
Now, what's funny is that's like even really popular scene in movies, going to the ice machine in the U.S. So I always thought that was just everywhere.
I did too. I thought that was a thing.
Yeah, because that's all. Drop off your bags, take out your toiletries, and run and grab you some ice, and hopefully find a vending machine
with the provided ice container that they give you.
Yeah, they give you
with the little bags.
Every hotel in the U.S. has an ice container. Cups that are shoved in with plastic to separate, and then your tea, coffee, and your sweeteners and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then you get a little scoop.
Yeah.
Like every single one, depending on the quality of the ice bucket and cups based on how much you spend at your hotel. But it's pretty much guaranteed everywhere.
Hotel, every floor has its own ice machine that you can get and bring the ice into your room for like drinks. Number 45 I actually got from one of you subscribers. You DM'd this to me on Instagram, and that was, you said our school years are different because the school year here runs like through the calendar year, and then our school years in America run through the financial year. And I was like, oh, that's actually two differences. So here in Australia, yes, like school starts like in the beginning of the year, ends around like December, and then in America, school starts in like August and ends in around May. Well, the second difference is, notice he said the financial year, and that is the financial year is also different here in Australia. So in America, the financial year is like the calendar year, it's like, January through December, but in Australia, the financial year starts July 1st and ends.
I thought our financial or fiscal year ends in October.
It does with our company.
But no, most companies are the fiscal year.
I don't know. We'll look it up. That's like a personal question.
June 30th. Forgive me if you hear that noise in the background. Some kids just turned on the pool jets, but I don't know. What are you gonna do about it? Number 45 is tradie culture. So here in Australia, there's a big like culture. There's like a group of people that are referred to as tradies, or like tradesmen, but they're really like respected here in Australia. Like they're just kind of like looked on favorably, I guess you could say. And in America, we don't have a tradie culture, and people who are like building stuff, like working construction and whatnot, or like our plumbers, electricians, they're not like looked on. They're not like as respected as they are here in Australia.
And really they should be.
Describe that one, but you just kind of have to go to both places to see it. Next up is Kmart's here are really nice and fairly.
They're like legitimately they should be, because what they are doing is amazing.
Well, they're the infrastructure.
Yeah, but no, I mean just like the talent, like being able to do, whether you're a blacksmith, which obviously that's different today. I mean, there's no like blacksmith, but like any metal workers, welders, those kind of guys, or anybody that does wood carpentry type stuff, or even major construction, road work. I mean, that is hard work and very skillful. Yeah. So legitimately, we do not give them enough respect. I mean, we have Labor Day. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess.
So
we don't get it off. So
yeah.
Popular. So back in the States, I've actually never been to a Kmart,
but
I've always thought of it as like the crack house Walmart, which like that's
no,
like
they went out.
Like,
they went out of business.
Kind of like a crack house. Back in their prime, there were over 2,000 Kmarts in America, and now they're down to 34. So they're just
I thought
really
they went
like
out of
not a
business.
thing in America. And that stuff is iced coffee here is different. It has ice cream in it. It looks like this. It's kind of like an American.
Okay,
like,
I can get behind that coffee.
I don't know. I am not a coffee drinker, but
Either
people
am I.
told me about this, and it sounds like super cool. So just to be clear, they do have like normal iced coffee with like ice cubes here, but that is like another way they do iced coffee here. I'm sure there's more to this that I don't know. So I don't know. Feel free to inform me in the comments, but yeah, they have some sorts of coffee with ice cream in it. Now this is something that kind of shocked me because I don't know, I thought they did this in every country, but that is that coupons aren't really a thing in Australia. Like things might be on sale, but you know, you're not going through magazines and like cutting out coupons. I remember like sitting down with my mom
really
and,
old.
like,
That's really old fashioned
whatever. I'd like help her like fold laundry and whatnot. Well, that's like
I think coupons on the way out.
People still do that.
Well, I know that
couponers.
Well, I know the insane couponers that do like a bunch of free crap.
I'll see them like post stuff on those.
Yeah, no, they're trying. They sell that stuff.
Selling it, and they get it for free.
Yeah, because
they get paid back from the stores. Like there are ways that
they just give you. Oh yeah,
I only know this because my ex-girlfriend's mother. Yeah, no, it got to the point where she knew how to work these coupons. And ring everything up, ring up all the coupons, and then the register has to pay you.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate to admit this. This is so like horrible of me. It just makes me feel like I would be poor. Like I don't have the money to pay full price or something. And
coupons in general, I wouldn't say that, but in situations like that, that's kind of like abusing the system.
No, for sure. I'm talking about for me, like if I take a bunch of coupons to get discounts and stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean if I'm pulling out like 5 or 6 coupons I
don't use them at all unless it's in the Amazon.
Yeah, unless it's Amazon.
And I just have to go click.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, I don't go out shopping unless I really have to.
Right.
Over here in Australia at all, like coupons, like they'll have deals for like coupon cutting and whatnot. It's just not really existent. Apparently, it's like a super American thing, and I don't know. I never realized that. If you're enjoying this video, please make sure to give it a big old like. I would love to try thinking of 25 more differences between America and Australia. My last difference for you today, number 50, is even though both countries do speak English, the language and the slang here is way different than it is in America.
Oh,
and if you want to learn 50
right on, mate.
Aussie slang words and phrases, you can just click that video right over there. And I also have a video of 100 Aussie slang words down in the description.
Yeah, no. Get on you, mate.
Good on ya. Yeah, I know.
Good on ya.
Oi.
This was good.
He showed his nips and his his little circle thing.
Well, at least it's proportioned well.
Yeah, that's fair.
You should make your personal YouTube logo you making that same pose with a bandana on and no shirt.
They'd be like, pornography. Please put a bra on.
Yeah, they'd be like, I'm not following you.
I don't have big jokes.
Yeah, no, this is a good video. It was a lot of differences. And obviously there's probably thousands more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot more, and he was real vague about a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Like the whole fashion thing, I think he added that because he was struggling to come up with 50 or whatever the case may be, because number one, he was super vague about it.
Right.
He didn't show any style, whether it was American or theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Like what he likes about their style, specifically. So
right.
That one I would have left out.
Kind of nitpicky.
Yeah. It just stood out to me. Like the rest of it
was like number 20, and we went through 50. And
but legitimately, like the whole entire list was like it was dead on. Like as far as like legitimate things that are different.
Right.
Whereas he was like, I prefer
Well,
the
I'm
style.
sure their
That's
clothing
not
style is different.
that's what he should have said. The styles are extremely different. Like, we like baggy clothes and they like tight clothes, or vice versa. Whatever it is.
Oh, he just said their styles are different. He likes them better.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. We're trying to hit 10 trillion likes in this video.
Within a week.
Or tomorrow. We couldn't do it tomorrow. This
Not
video
for
is
our tomorrow.
No. But anyways, if you want to see our future videos, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. If you want to support us directly, hit that join button. With that being said,
My name's Miles.
and my name is Fez.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace.
Out. Good on you, mate.
I'm cutting that out.
I'm just trying to
I'm just
take
kidding.
a piss.